Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening. So hope you are able to see the screen. If you
Yes, sir.
are able to see, yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
So kindly wait for a few minutes till we have more participants joining.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir?
Good evening. Yeah, please ask.
Sir, can you please tell what is that link in chat box, sir?
It is YouTube live streaming link.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Kept in the chat box, sir, that link.
Yeah, please ask. What is the question?
Kept in the chat box, sir, that link.
Okay, the link is for the YouTube channel. So if you want to see the particular lecture in YouTube, you can go to that link.
I'll see, sir. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening all. Yeah, so this is for the information of all. You can check the assignment, which is essentially the practice set in the Practically app. So kindly have a look into this practice set number 8 in the Practically app. Yeah, if you have got any questions from the previous lectures, you can ask it now. We
What
have.
lesson, sir?
Can you repeat?
What lesson, sir?
So today's lecture is going to be on division. If you have attended the previous lectures, you can ask doubts if you have. So we have another 1 or 2 minutes before we begin. So if anyone would like to have some doubt clearing, you can do it now. And there is an announcement regarding the assignment, which is practice set 8, which is up in the Practically app. You can have a look into this. You will be given with the solutions of this after you complete this practice set. You will see the solutions of this practice set after you complete the quiz. So are there any students who find it difficult to access this practice set? You can just
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, very good evening. If you have any difficulty in accessing the practice set, you may either write that in the chat box or you may tell me now. Everyone is able to do the practice set?
Yes, sir.
Are there any doubts from the previous practice sets that you want to clarify? Anybody who wants to clarify?
No, sir.
So I'll just give a brief warm up. Yeah. Somebody.
Sir, 1 second. Topic, sir.
Rishika, you want to say something? Please ask. Please ask. If you are not able to ask, kindly write that in the chat box. Yeah, Rishika, if you have a question, please write that on the chat box. Lakshman sir, are we ready to start?
Yes, sir, we can start.
Okay, sure. So I'm going to mute you all for the time being. You will be able to ask your doubts in the chat box. I'll have a look into chat box while in the lecture, or you can keep your questions towards the end. I'll be answering each of your questions towards the end.
Later. Good evening, sir.
So from now on, all of you will be on mute. Kindly ask your questions on chat box. Okay. So let me first of all introduce today's lecture title. It is called as Special Division. So last class we were entering into this methods for division in the Vedic mathematics way. And today we will be dealing with special cases, special numbers, which are close to the base. This lecture is also called as close to the base division. Close to base division, or it is also called as special division as it is here. So most of you would have found that division is a little bit difficult operation when it comes between something like 4-digit number by a 2-digit number, because it includes a lot of guesswork, trial and error methods. But the Vedic method is quite direct, and you will see there are a lot of advantages because you will save a lot of space. You need not go to the rough space now and then. You will have a very clean and clear cut answer for division if you approach it in the Vedic mathematics way. So as usual, we'll start today with a puzzle, but this is a game, not more or less like a puzzle. So you'll enjoy this. So first of all, I will introduce to this game, and the name of the game is called as KenKen. Anybody has heard about this game, KenKen? It sometimes will appear in newspapers like the Sudoku. If anyone has heard about KenKen, can you write Y in the chat box? I just want to be aware of if you know about this game or not. Yeah, so Sudeep says yes, rest of you have said no. Don't worry, I will introduce into the world of KenKen. It's a very interesting game. If you have played Sudoku, also you will find that Sudoku is interesting. Now KenKen is one step ahead. It will also help you to learn a lot of mathematics along with the game. So let me first of all introduce this KenKen. Let me see if this is going to work. Are you able to see the video? Okay, let me just try once again. Okay, so what I'll try is I'll try to share my screen here so that you will see the video. Kindly hold for 1 second till the video plays. Okay, so we are right away to go. So this is the game of KenKen.
KenKen. My name is Will Shorts. I'm the crossword editor of the New York Times. If you don't do crosswords, you might know me from National Public Radio or some of my books.
So before I proceed, are you able to listen to the audio? If you can listen to the audio, kindly put Y in the chat box. Otherwise, I'll just try to correct that. So yeah, I can see no. So let me just try this once again. So probably now you will be able to hear. Let me know.
Shall we, KenKen? My name is Will Shorts. I'm the crossword editor of the New York Times. If you don't do crosswords, you might know me from National Public Radio or some of my books of Sudoku. I'm here to tell you about a terrific new puzzle that I'm addicted to called KenKen. A little over a year ago, a colleague brought me this puzzle from Japan. After I had done several, I asked if he would leave me this Japanese book of puzzles, and that's when I became completely addicted to it. The rules for KenKen are very simple. The object is to complete the grid with digits so that no digit is repeated in any row or column. In addition, the digits within each heavily outlined box will combine arithmetically to make the number in the corner of the box. Now this is a 3x3 puzzle that uses addition only, so it's the easiest kind of puzzle. First, this is a 1x1 box, so and it has to add up to 3, so it has to be the digit 3. Now this 2x1 area has to add up to 3. There are only 2 digits that can do that, which are 1 and 2. We don't yet know the order. Let's move along. These 2 squares go together to make 5. And they have to be a 2 and a 3 in some order. We know, however, that the 3 doesn't go here because it would repeat the 3 that we've already filled in the grid. So instead, it has to go here, and the 2, by elimination, must go here. Again, down here, the 2 can't go in this square because we already have a 2 in this column. So the 1 has to go here, the 2 must go here. In this column, we have a 2 and a 3. We still need to fill in a 1. These 2 squares add up to 3. We have a 3, 1, and it has to be a 2. And now in the final column, we need 2 digits making 4, which will be 1 and 3. And in order not to duplicate in any row, they must go in this order. So voila, we've solved our first KenKen puzzle. So there you go. That's how you do KenKen. I'll tell you why I'm addicted to the puzzle. It's the simplicity of the instructions. KenKen takes just a few seconds to learn, and yet the logic needed to do it can be quite deep. I tell you, there are 2 KenKen puzzles that I still haven't been able to finish myself, and I haven't given up on them. I've just set them aside, and I'm going to come back sometime and finish them. I hope with this video that you can do the puzzle as well.
Okay, hope you could hear the video. So it just talked about the rules of KenKen. So I'll be talking about more details of KenKen now so that you can go back and have a look again. So let me get back to the slides over here. Okay, so I have a KenKen puzzle for you to solve. Let me just see if you can see the rules. So I'll just go over the rules of the puzzle. So on the right, you have this crossword-like puzzle that is there. You have to fill in these boxes with numbers either 1, 2, or 3. And this is an addition puzzle. So what it means is that you will see dark boxes. For instance, I'll show you here. Here is a dark box with 5+ written on one corner. What it means is that the numbers in these boxes have to add up to 5. And each of these boxes can have only numbers either 1, 2, or 3. Now, other rule is like you can have the sum of the rows or the sum of the columns. It should have the numbers 1, 2, 3, which means the sum of row or sum of column should be 6. So it is more or less like a magic square, which we had discussed in one of the earlier problems. And the other rule is that no row and column will use the same number twice. So there should not be a 2 here as well as a 2 here. That is the other rule. And the last rule is that, the numbers in the boxes, the larger boxes should add up to the number on the top here. So you can try along with me. If you have a piece of paper, you can easily solve this along with me. I'll just give you hints. So I'll just start with these two boxes over here, which has only one number. So which is the number which adds up to 2? It is 2 itself. Here also we have the number which adds up to 2, which is 2 only. Now you will have here 5. 5 can be formed by only 2 and 3. So which means one of these boxes has to be 2 and one has to be 3. Now I cannot put 2 over here because 2 is already there in that column. So I'll put 3 here and 2 here. Now look, I have only 1 left here, so I can put 1 over here. Now what sums to 5 if you have 1 here? So the sum of rows here should be 4. Now 4 can be either 2 plus 2 or it could be 3 plus 1. Now 2 plus 2 is not possible because you have 2 in each of these rows. So only 3 and 1 is possible. So where should I put 3? Here or here? Yeah, it should be 3 over here and 1 over here. Now you are almost done. Let's see what will give you 4. To get 4, you can either have 2 plus 2 or 3 plus 1. So which one is better here? Here we have this column or this row which has 3 missing in it. So you can just complete it just putting 3 and 1, which gives you 4. So this is more or less like a Sudoku, but in addition to Sudoku, you have to add the numbers also. Now there are a lot of puzzles available in this fashion in this particular website. So after today's lecture, you can have a look here, KenKenPuzzle.com. So it's a very interesting game for you to learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So today I have only introduced you to this addition KenKen, but there are many other KenKens which are available for you to learn division as well. So I encourage all of you to have a look into this puzzle in this website. So with that brief game to begin with, let us go ahead. Let us have a small review of what we had seen in the previous class. We have seen division by 9. So let us take a few examples here. So here is a division by 9. Let me introduce this 4-digit number 5030, and we are required to find what is the quotient and what is the remainder. That is the entire game of division. So division by 9, we said that it is interesting because you just have to do 1 digit at a time. The first digit you bring down as it is, no change. So I can see a lot of you are drawing. Let me just close annotations. Just wait for a minute. Okay. So what we are doing here is 1 digit 5, which is brought down as it is. Now we are going to add this 5 to the next digit. So this is going to be an addition. So 5 plus 0, this will come down as 5 itself. Now this will go and add with 3. So 5 plus 3 will become 8. Now the last place is reserved for the remainder. So 8 has to be added with 0 to give you 8 itself, but this is a remainder. So you can write R8. So let us do a couple of more puzzles regarding 9's division. Let us see this large number. Don't be afraid of if you see many number of digits, because division by 9 is only going to consider 1 digit at a time. So let us bring 1 down as it is. We'll add 1 to 9 to get 10. Now we have to be a little bit careful. We have to put 10 with 1 in the subscript. Now this 10 would add with 1 to get 11. So this is to be written as 1 1 here. Now this 11 is going to get added to 8 to give you what? 19. That's a large number, 19. Again, you are going to add with this to give you 20. And here we have another addition which gives you 26. Now you can see the last digit is reserved for the remainder, so you can keep it separate. So 26 plus 1 gives you remainder 27. But something is not right with 27. 27 is a larger number than 9. But we also observe that 27 will divide 9 and it will give 3. So in that way, you will get a remainder of 0. So let us find the equivalent number of the number that is represented here. So you just have to give the carries to the next place. So 2 goes here, 1 goes here, and like this, and like this. So the last number is going to be 6. Next is going to be 2. Next is going to be 19 plus 2, which is 21. So that 2 you can give as a carry to the next place, which is 3. 13, that will go here as 1. And the 1 goes here as 2. So the answer is 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 6. And remainder is 27. But 27, we know that it cannot be a remainder because 27 easily divides 9. So you have to add 3 more to get this answer as 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 9 or 0. I think that was a large question to solve for you at the first level of seeing, but don't worry, we will slowly reach here. Let us see this example. 661 divided by 9. So let us first do the bringing down of 6. We bring 6 as it is down. We are going to add 6 to this 6 to get 12, which will give you 1 in the subscript. The last place is meant for the remainder. So the remainder is going to be 12 plus 1, which is 13. But we know we have to consider the carry. So this is going to be 72 remainder 13. But 13 is a number greater than 9. So you divide 13 by 9 again. You will get 1 and remainder as 4. So this is going to be 73 and remainder as 4. Yeah, I can see a lot of feedback coming from Rushikesh. You have given correct answer. I can see Rushikesh again has answered for this third puzzle. So I would like all the students to try oneself, try on your own with either pen and paper, or you can try this on mind. I'll give you exactly 15 seconds to try this. And let me see who has the fastest fingers. So your time starts now. I'll give you exactly 15 seconds. Okay. I think 10 seconds are over. So I'll just start with some initial hints to you. So we'll bring 1 down as it is because it is division by 9. To 2, we'll add 1 to get 3. 3 plus 3 will give you 6. 6 plus 4 will give you 10. But this time 10 has to be written with 1 in the subscript. The last place is meant for the remainder. So remainder is going to be 10 plus 5, which is 15. So this is going to be giving you, this answer is going to be 1370, remainder as 15. But 15 is a larger number than 9, so you have to take care of that. So this is 1371 and remainder 6. Yeah, I can see Hasini has given the answer 1371, but you have missed the remainder. Ashraf, you are right, but you had made a mistake on the quotient. It's 70. But 71 is the right quotient. Ashraf, you can see the quotient is 1371. Yatin and Rishikesh, your answers are correct. So others also try to catch up. We have a lot more questions up for you as practice. So I would like to explain one puzzle exclusively because if there are some students who are lagging behind, let me just take this opportunity to explain this puzzle, which is the third one over here. So let me erase what I had written earlier. Somebody also wants me to explain this once again. So first of all, whenever you see division by 9, 9 is less than 10 by 1 unit. That is the reason why we are bringing one digit at a time below. So take the highest digit from the left side, which is 6. You write it as it is. Because on division by 10, you will get 6 as the highest digit as it is. Now for division by 9, it is 1 less than 10, so that you have to add this to the next number. So when you add 6 to 6, you will get 12. That 12 has to be written in a special fashion, indicating that 1 has to carry over to the 6. Now, whenever you are dividing by 9, you have to reserve the last place for the remainder. So the remainder here is going to be 12 plus 1, which is 13. But 13 is a number greater than 9. It cannot be a remainder. So what you have to do is, first of all, consider the carry. This 1 will add up to 6 to give 72. You write the remainder as it is, 13. Now what you can do is, 13 has 1 9 in it. If you divide 13 by 9, you will get 1 as a quotient and 4 as the remainder. So your answer is 73 or 4. So hope you have understood this example. If you have more clarifications, let me take that towards the end of the lecture. Now we are going to see division by 8. So division by 8 is very similar to division by 9. Only thing is that you have to remember 8 is 2 less than 10. So what you have to do is that whenever you divide, you have to double the number. I'll show you this example, 31 divided by 8. So you have this setup here. Now you bring 3 as it is. There is no change to 3. 3 is brought down as it is. Now, when you do next, the remainder is 7. The remainder is 7 because of the fact that you multiply this 3 into 2. That is giving you 6. That 6 you add to, this is going to be 6. 6 is added to 1. And that is going to give you 7. Let me take one more example for you to become clear. Let us divide 211 divided by 8. So what are the steps? First step is to bring 2 as it is. Now, the next number is shown to be 5 over here. But how did we get 5? 5 is obtained by multiplying this 2 with 2, which is exactly doubling of the number. Double the number 2 and add it to 1. That will give you 5. Now, again, the next step is to double 5. So if you double 5, you'll get 10. That has to be added to 1, but that will be the remainder. So you'll get remainder as 11. But 11 is greater than 8, so it cannot be a remainder. So what you have to do is to subtract 8 from it and write the actual remainder. So this is going to be 26 and remainder 3. So I can see a lot of students are writing the answer in decimal places. Decimal places are not wrong to answer, but to begin to understand division, it is always better to write it as quotient and remainder. So if you are using a calculator, I would ask you to keep it away for this lecture, because the whole purpose of learning in the Vedic mathematics manner is to avoid calculator and make your calculations faster just by doing calculations on your head. So Nilesh is asking to explain this again. So let me explain with this first and the second example so that we can go ahead faster. So let me just clear everything that I had written first of all. So I'm going to divide 31 and 8. So to divide 31 and 8, what I'll do is that I'll figure out the leftmost digit, which is 3. That 3 I will write as it is. There is no change. Now, for finding the next number, what I have to do is I have to multiply 3 times 2, 3 into 2, which will give you 6. Now, this 2 is coming because 8 is equal to 10 minus 2. So, this 2 is actually appearing here. So, you add 3 times 2 to 1 to give you 7, and that is the remainder. 7 is a number less than 8. Let us go to the second example over here. 211 divided by 8. So I figure out the first number, which is the leftmost. 2 is brought down as it is. Now I will multiply 2 times 2 to get 4. That is added with 1 to give 5 in the next place. Now again multiply 5 with 2 to get 10 and add 1 to it to get 11. But we have seen that the last number is reserved for the remainder. So we get 25 and remainder 11. But remainder 11 is greater than 8, which is not possible. So what you have to do is subtract 8 from 11. That will give 3. And 1 is added to the quotient because you had subtracted 8 once. Let me go to other examples. So we are going to see more examples on division by 8 as well as 7. So let us see the first example over here. 1121, it's a 4-digit number and you have to divide it by 8. So I'll bring down 1 as it is. I will multiply with 2, which is giving 1 into 2, which is 2. That is added to 1 to get 3. Now I will multiply 3 with 2 to get 6. 6 is added to 2 to get 8. Now the last place is for the remainder. So 8 into 2 is 16. 16 plus 1 will give you 17. This is R17. You can see 17 is greater than 8. So you have to modify this remainder. How many times 8 will divide with 17? You will get 2 times because 16 is the nearest multiple. So you will get remainder 1. So what you can get as answer is 140 and remainder 1. Yes. So Hasini, you had written 141. So actual answer is 140 and remainder 1. So remainder is not 0. Correct. Let us go to another example. This one, it's a slightly easier one. 100 divided by 8. Most of you know how to do this as well. So I will bring 1 as it is down. Multiply with 2. That will give you 2. Add it to 0. It will give 2 itself. The last place we know it is for the remainder. So the remainder is going to be 2 multiplied by 2, which is 4. So this is 12, remainder 4. Yes, Hasini, you are writing the answer, which is 1 more than the answer. So have a look into the remainder as well. 12 times 8, it is going to be 96. And the remainder is 4 because 96 is 4 less than the number 100. Very good. So let us do this one. This one is a practice for you. I'll give you exactly 15 seconds from now. Try it on your own and write your answer on the chat box. We'll verify that. It's quite simple one. So we have almost completed 10 seconds, another 5 seconds for you. I can see some answers coming in. So very good. I'll give you a hint from here. So you start with this number 2, write as it is, multiply with 2, so that will become 4, add it with 1, that will become 5. Now next is the remainder part. So for the remainder, you have to be careful. Multiply 5 with 2, which gives you 10. 10 plus 4 is 14. So the remainder is going to be 14, which is greater than 8. So this answer is going to be 26 or 6. Anirudh, you had tried it very good, but you had got it 25 as the quotient. Please try it once again. So I can see other answers coming from Abhiram, Rushikesh. So Rushikesh is very fast on the keys. Chinmay, you have also answered it among the first. So next, I'm going to teach you how to do with 7, division with 7. So now you have got a trend. 9 is 1 less than 10. 8 is 2 less than 10. So 7 is going to be 3 less than 10. So you have to multiply with 3. So here is an example for you to solve. So this is a simple one. You have to do 11 divided by 7. So what you will do is the usual trick. 1 is brought down as it is. Now you have to multiply this by 3. So 3 into 1, which is 3. 3 plus 1, that will give you 4. So this part is for the remainder. So this answer is going to be remainder 4. So you know that 7 divides 11 and it gives 4 as the remainder and the quotient is 1. So that's quite direct. Let's try a little bit more harder one this time. So 1, 2, 3 divided by 7. This is a 3-digit number. Let us apply the same rule. 1 is brought down as it is. Multiply 1 with 3 to give 3. 3 is added with 2 to give 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is going to give the remainder as 18. But you know 18 has 2 sevens in it. So this is going to be 17 or 4. Why? Because 18 is equal to 2 times 7 plus 4. 2 times 7, that 2 quotient gets added to the quotient 15 to give 17. And the remainder is 4. Let us do one last example to make all these ideas very clear. 100 divided by 7. You know 100 divided by 8 was 12, remainder 4. Now what happens when you divide 100 by 7? Let us see. So I'll bring 1 as it is, multiply with this 3. So that gives you answer 3. 3 plus 0 is going to be 3. The last place is for the remainder. 3 into 3 is 9. So the remainder is going to be 9 plus 0, which is 9. But 9 is greater than 7 by 2. So you'll get the actual answer to be 14 or 2. So you can see when you divide 100 by 7, the quotient increases. When you divide a number by a smaller number, the quotient is going to increase. So this is going to be 98. 14 times 7 is 98 and the remainder is 2. So Hasini, I think you have got the answer right. I can see answers by Rushikesh and others as well. Yatin, thank you for all your answers. Let us go ahead. Now we are going to take some more bigger numbers like 99 to divide with a very large number. Don't worry on seeing these large numbers. The only thing that you have to look for or observe is how close is the divisor. So divisor is the number that you're going to divide by. So for example, 99 is the divisor. The divisor is close to the base 100. So let us see how we can do. So when you have to divide by 99, what you have to do is starting with the last number, collect 2 digits at a time. So here I have divided the number 121314 as 12, which is 12, 13, which is 13, and 14, which is 14. Now here the rules will be slightly modified. Now I know that 99 is 100 minus 1. So what I have to do first is I'll bring this whole number, the 2 digits, 12, as it is down. Now what I'm going to do is I'll add 12 to 13. It's a 2-digit addition, 2-digit number with a 2-digit number addition. This is going to give you 25. 25 you add with 14. This will give you 39. But remember, this is the remainder or 39. Got it? Now let us see this using this particular animation. I will just show you how the answers are coming on the screen. Let us see this animation. Okay. Let me erase this first and let me go to the slide animation. So you can see how 12 came. So 12 is brought down as it is. Now you will get 25 just by doing addition to the next part. So addition of 12 with 13. Now the last part is reserved for the remainder. So for division by 9, you had only one digit to be considered at the last, but for division by 99, you have to consider two digits. So that is why you have the remainder as 39. Here you don't have to worry because 39 is well less than 99. Now let us do the next example, which is a division by 98. Let us see how it is going to be different. So we are going to divide the same number 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 4 divided by 98. Here the difference will be that you have to multiply each of the number by 2 and then add. So I'll bring 12 as it is down, multiply 12 with 2. That will give you 24. 24 you add with 13 to give 37. Okay. Now 37 you multiply with 2. That will be 74. How can you do it easily? 37 is 3 less than 40. 40 multiplied by 2 is 80. So 80 minus 6 would be the answer, which is 74. 74 has to be added with 14. That is 88. That will be the remainder. As we said, the last two digits will contribute towards the remainder. So the answer is 1237 and remainder is 88. So let us have two more practice problems for you. Now I know this is a large step. So kindly concentrate and attend to this particular problem. So here we are going to divide by 99. So what is the split? We are going to split two digits at a time. So the split is 36, 34, 32. So we bring 36 as it is. There is no change. Now this 36 has to be added with 34. 30 plus 30 is 60. 6 plus 4 is 10. So this will be 70. Now 70 is added with 32, but we know this is going to be the remainder part. Since it is the remainder part, we'll write this as R102. 70 plus 32 is 102. But 102 is greater than 99. So you will have to give 1 to the quotient and the remainder is going to be 3. So the answer here is going to be 3671 R3. Asini, you have given the quotient correctly. Also put down the remainder. Yes, very good. Remainder is 3. So let us try one with 98. Here also we have to divide the number or segment the number into 3. So here are the segments. We consider two digits at a time. 20 is brought down as it is. Now multiply 20 with 2. That is 40. 40 you add it with 2 to give 42. Now again multiply 42 with 2 to give 84. 84 is added with 2 to give 86. That is going to be the remainder. So the answer is going to be 2042, remainder 86. Now think about how you would have done if you did not know this method. You would have to struggle a lot. I'll show you one example. So generally you write it like this: 200202. 98 is written like this. Now you have to see how many times 98 divides with 2. It is 0. How many times 98 divides with 20, which is again 0. Next is to consider 98, how much it has in 200. Now you have to guess that answer. So unless you know the multiplication table of 98, it will be a struggle for you. So you can see how the Vedic method is helping, because you have cut down the task of dividing by 98 by splitting the number into compartments of two digits. So if you are aware of 2-digit multiplication somewhat, you will be very comfortable in doing division by these numbers. Now, let me just move ahead. We have a little bit more time, so I'll just take other examples. Suppose you want to divide a number other than 99 or 98. In this case, it is 88. So what will you do? I'm going to show this using animation. So first thing is to divide or split the number in digits of 2. So starting from the rightmost digit, identify 2 digits. Here it's 35, and there is a single digit which is left over. So now you find how many numbers is 88 away from 100. So you know 88 is 12 away from 100. So you can do this particular division just by identifying how much away is 88 from 100. You'll get the answer to be 12. Now you write 2 as it is. There is no change. Bring 2 down as it is. Now next what you have to do is multiply 2 with 12 to get 24. Now what you have to do is to get the remainder, you add 35 with 24, which will have a remainder of 59. So this is 2 and remainder is 59. So I can see Hasini has written 66. Somebody has written 24. Rishikesh. Kindly have a look. The remainder is 59. You have to add it with 35. Yeah, Abhiram, you are correct. Yes. Okay, somebody is asking from where 12 came. Okay, so let me answer that. That is important. So 12 is coming from the fact that 88 is 100 minus 12. 100 is the base. It is the nearest multiple of 10, closest to 88. And we know 12, if you subtract from 100, that will give you 88. That is why we had written 12. I'll show you one more example. This is a 5-digit number divided by a 4-digit number. It will be very difficult if you are doing the conventional method. But I'll show you how you can simplify this using the Vedic approach. So here, the base that is going to be considered is 10,000. The number 7887, which is the divisor, is closest to the base of 10,000, which has 4 zeros. So whenever you have 4 zeros, you have to consider the split at 4 places. That is why we have 4 places on the right side, and there is only 1 digit on the left. Now 7883 is how many times, or how much what is the number if you take away from 10,000 that gives you 7883? That is going to be 2113. You can do a simple addition. 2113 plus 7887. If you add 13 to 87, that will be 100. That will give you 7900. To that, if you had 100, you will get 8,000. If you add 8,000 with 2,000, you will get 10,000. So that is how you find this number 2113. Now again, our regular practice goes on. Bring 3 down as it is. Now multiply 3 with 2113 to give 6339. Now to get the remainder, you have to add the 2 numbers 1313 with 6339. That is going to be 7652. 7652 is less than 7883. So this answer is 3 and remainder 7652. So Hasini, you have just written 3, remainder 96. How do you get 96 as the remainder? So kindly have a look once again. I'll give you 2 problems for practice. So we have around 3 more minutes. So let me do this practice question. 79 is the divisor and the dividend is 1108. So first of all, find the split. Split is found out by finding the base. Base is 100. It has 2 zeros. So you split at 2 digits at the right. So this is the split. Now 79 is 21 away from 100. So that number you write 21 just below 79. Now you bring 11 as it is down. There is no change, 11, because your base is going to be so. And you can multiply now 21 times 11, but that is a huge number. So what you can do again is you can also bring down one at a time. So I'm going to do one at a time. So let me just erase what I had written. Let me get back to the pen. Okay. So what you can do here is you bring 1 as it is down, the first digit. Now 1 multiplied by 21 is 21. But this 21, you'll write 2 here, 1 here. Now you add 1 plus 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. Now 3 times 21 is going to be what? 63. 63 is to be written here, 63. So your remainder can be obtained just by adding all these up. So 6 plus 1, which is 7. So remainder is 7 plus 3 plus 8, which is 11. So you'll have to write here like this. This is going to be 13, remainder 81, but 81 is greater than 79 by 2. So this is going to be 14R2. Yeah, so I think there are a lot more questions. I can see Rushikesh has written 11R239, which is also right. But the thing is that 239 is greater than 79. Let me explain this particular thing with one more example. This you can try it as at home. What I will do is, let me repeat this division by 79 again, so that students who have not understood will get a handle on how to do division. Let me go back and do this. So 79 is closest to the base 100. And it is close by how much? It is close by 21. So if you add 21 to 79, you will get 100. Now 100 has 2 zeros to it. So you will split the number here like this. And what you can do is you need not divide 11 directly with 79, but instead you can take one digit at a time, which is 1 here. You bring it as it is. You multiply 1 with 21 now. That will give you 2, 1. 2 is written here. 1 is written in the next place. Now what you have to do is you have to add this 1 with 2. That is giving you 3, which is 13. Now 3 you multiply with 21 to give 63. This is 63. So to get the remainder, you add all the numbers on the right side of this partition. 6 plus 1 is going to be giving 7. And 3 plus 8 is going to give you 11. 11 is written like this. And this is a remainder. So this is going to be 13 and remainder 81. But 81 is 2 more than 79. So you can give 1 to the quotient again. So this is 14R2. Yeah, I can see some of you have answered to the next problem as well. This I will discuss tomorrow with you, since we have come to the end of the time for today. Now, what we have next is a couple of puzzles that will appear in today's app. So soon after today's lecture, you will see 2 questions that are appearing on the Practically app. You can solve that. And this will be related to the topics that we have covered up to now. So let me just stop for today, and we'll continue from this point in tomorrow's class. So I will be opening the floor for questions. So if some of you have questions, kindly raise your hands. Now, if you do not have questions, you are free to leave the meeting. Others who wish to hear the questions answered also can stay behind. So I can see a couple of hands. First is Hasini. So Hasini, you can unmute and ask.
Sir,
Yeah, please ask.
can you say again KenKen game?
Okay. I'll come to that towards the end. If anybody has doubts regarding division, I'll clarify that, and then I'll come to KenKen again. Is that fine?
Yeah, okay, sir.
Okay. So anybody else with doubts regarding division? If you want me to explain division once again, I am happy to do that. I will unmute Ashraf, who has raised hands. Ashraf.
Sir, I not understand the 8 and 7 division, sir.
Okay, division by 8 and 7. Okay, let me do one thing. I will ask you to give a number and a number either 7 or 8 by which you want to divide. So can you give me a number?
Sir,
Any number?
8 divided by 1, 1, 2, 1.
So I think you are asking 1, 1, 2, 1 divided by 8.
Yes, sir.
Is this? Okay.
Mm.
So what you do is you write 8 here on the left hand side. You put this bracket and put 1, 1, 2, 1 on the right side. Okay. Now what you're going to do is consider the first digit. Before that, how much is 8 away from 10? What when added to 8 will give you 10? Ashraf, can you tell?
2, sir.
2. Yes, very good. So if you add 2 to 8, you will get 10. So what you do is you bring 1, the first number as it is, which is 1. Now you multiply 1 with 2. 1 into 2 is 2. That you write it here. Now you add 2 with 1 to give 3. Now 3 multiplied by 2 is how much?
3 multiplied by
It's
5,
quite, it is 6. 3 multiplied by 2 is 6. Now 6 you write just below 2. Now you
6.
add 2 plus 6 to give 8. So you can put a dash here. Now 8 you multiply with 2, that will give you 16. 8 multiplied by 2 is 16. That you add with 1. So you can write 16 here. Let me use the eraser. So I can write 16 just like this, just over here. And this 16 is going to be added with 1 to give you the remainder as 17. So I'm a little bit out of space here, but I'll explain it to you once again. Ashraf, just tell me another number which is of 3 digits.
3. In 7, sir.
Any 3-digit number.
3. Number 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So I'll show you division by 8 once again. Now this is a little bit complex, I know, the way I have written. Now you have to divide this by 8. So you write how many times 8 is away from 10. That is 2. Now you write 1 below. 1 is written here. 1 multiplied by 2. What is it?
1 multiplied by 2. 2.
That
2,
is
sir.
2. That is 2. That you write in the next, under the next number. Okay. Now you add 2 plus 2. What is that?
2 plus 2, 4.
4. Now you multiply 4 with 2.
4 to the 8.
8. That you write in the next place, which is here. Now you add 8 with 3.
8 with 3 is equal to level, sir. Level.
Now this last place is meant for remainder. So 8 plus 3 is going to be the remainder. Now 11, is it greater than or less than 8?
Greater than, sir.
So what you should do to get it less than 8?
We have to minus 3, sir. No, minus 8, sir.
Minus 8. So if you minus 8, you are going to get 3. and 1 is going to add to the quotient, which will be 15. Have you understood this? Ashraf, have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you will see a lot more practice exercises. So try to take as many numbers as possible and try to practice this until it is clear. It is not very difficult. Now I have shown very clearly how to do the multiplication. You can write this number 2 just below 8 so that it will be clear. Tomorrow also we are going to discuss this once again.
Sir, 7, sir, with 7.
You want to, okay, try with 7. Okay, let me just erase it. By that time, tell me a number which you want to divide with 7.
1, 2, 3, sir. There is 1, 2, 3.
Same number. Same number. 1, 2, 3 divided by 7 you have to do. So what I will do is I'll write 7 here. 1, 2, 3 here. Okay. So the last digit is going to be for the remainder. So what you can do is, how many times is 7 less than 3?
3, sir.
7 less than 10. Yeah, very good. It is 3. So you bring 1 down as it is
3,
and write 1. Now you multiply 1 with 3. What is that?
3, sir.
3. What is the sum of 3 and 2?
3 and 2 means 5, sir.
5. Now you multiply 5 with 3.
15.
15. Very good. So 15 you can write it here. Now 15 you have to add it with 3.
18.
That is 18. But that is the remainder. Now 18
is
has
greater
how many? 18 is having how many 7s in it?
than 2, sir.
2. Very good. So this is going to be 15 plus 2, which is 17. What is the remainder going to be?
Remainder is
2 times 7 is 14. So what is the remainder?
14, sir.
No. 2 times 7 is 14. So what is the remainder from 18?
18 means we have to do minus, sir.
Yeah. So 18 minus 14 is 4. Okay. Understood now?
4, sir.
Yeah. It is 17, remainder 4. Very good. So you can try and practice like this, more questions at home. Okay. Are there any more questions, Ashraf?
I understand, sir. No, sir. Thank you, sir. Understand.
Okay. Let me go to the next question. Daravat Nagender. Daravat, you can unmute yourself and ask. Daravat Nagender, you have raised your hands. If you have a question, kindly unmute yourself. So I don't see any response there. So let me go back to KenKen. Hasini has asked that. Hasini, I'll unmute you now. If you have any specific questions regarding KenKen, let me know. Let me.
Sir.
Yeah. Yeah, please go ahead. Hasini, are you still there?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll explain you KenKen now. So let me just erase here so that you are okay. Now, have you understood the rules?
Yes, sir. No, sir. No.
Okay. So what you have to do here is that you have to enter each of these box with numbers either 1, 2, or 3. And if you know Sudoku has this rule like every row or column should have only one repetition of the number. You cannot write 1 twice in any particular row and column. So you know what is a row and column, right? This is a row. This
Yes,
is a
sir.
column. This is a column. This is a row. This is a column. Okay. So you cannot have something like 1, 1, or you cannot have 1, 1 below also. This is not allowed. Understood? Now,
Yes, sir.
the fourth rule says that, fourth rule says that you consider this large box with this dark boundary. It has a number written on top. So what you have to do is that the numbers in these individual boxes have to add up to 5.
Yeah, okay. Sir.
Got it? So I'll just help you with solving this. So you answer along with me. So you have two boxes where there are only one number. So you can write the same number, isn't it? So 2 is here, 2 is here. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, which two numbers among 1, 2, and 3 will add up to 5?
2, 3.
2 and 3. So in these two boxes, I have two options. 2 can be written here or 3 can be written here. And the other option is 3 is written here, 2 is written here. Understood?
3 in 5, sir. 5.
Yeah. Yeah. So if I write 2 here, it will be a violation of the rule because you cannot have same number in the row. So you will have to write 3 here. That will make the number 2 in the next. So similarly, now what will come here? Only one number is missing. 1. Yeah. So you can write 1 here. Now you can directly write 3 here because 3 is the number missing. Now here also you can write 1 because 1 is the missing number. Now you can see 1 plus 1 plus 3 is 5. That is correct.
Yes, sir.
Which number comes here?
3, sir.
3. Very good. And which number comes here?
1.
1. Okay. So that is how you manage the KenKen puzzle. Now KenKen is actually difficult when you consider large. Here we have considered only 3 by 3. 3 boxes in a row, 3 boxes in a column. But you can have KenKens with 7 by 7, 5 by 5, other KenKens. So for that, you can look into this particular site where you will see more puzzles like this. So hope that helps you to solve KenKen. Hasini, are there any other doubts?
Sir, we should take only 1, 2, 3.
No, it depends also. Some KenKens allows you to take 1, 2, 3, 4. Some larger KenKens also allow you to take up to 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, sir.
And it has also division also. So the main purpose for me to introduce KenKen is that so you can learn division also very fast.
Yeah, okay, sir. You said 5 plus, no, sir. Then 5 minus means?
Okay, 5 minus means the if you subtract 2 numbers, you will get 5. So for example, if I write one box is there, you want say I'll write 1 minus. I'll write 1 minus on top. What it means is that the subtraction of 2 numbers here and here is going to give you answer 1.
2, 3.
Yeah, it could be 2, 3 or 3, 2.
Yeah, okay, sir.
2, 3 or 3, 2. That is correct.
Understood, sir.
Okay. So I'll go to the next question.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Hasini. So I'll take up question from Hemant. Hemant, you can unmute and ask. Hemant, are you still there or? Yeah, Hemant.
Sir?
Yeah, please ask, Hemant.
Sir, can you please tell the division, sir? How it came last as buying if more than the number it is?
Okay, let me go back to the slide. You are asking about the last problem?
No, sir. The last remainder, if the last remainder is more than the divisor, what will be the answer, sir?
Oh, okay. I'll just try to explain that. Okay. For example, in this problem, 211 divided by 8, you will see the remainder you are getting is 11.
Yes, sir.
So 11 is greater than 8. So what you have to do is you have to figure out how many times 8 will divide 11. How many times will 8 divide 11? It is
Only
one
one
time. Only one time. So you can write 11 as 1 remainder 3.
How it came, sir?
Okay, you write 11 is 8 into 1 plus 3. So Quotient is 1, remainder is 3.
Okay, sir.
Now the final answer, you have to add this quotient to 25, which is be 26. So this will be 26, remainder 3.
Okay, sir.
Understood? I'll give you one more example. Let me just take one more example where quotient is there. Let me take this example, last one, 100 divided by 7. So that will be helpful. So when you have to divide 100 by 7, what is the first step? Can you explain?
So we should think that it is what is the base number in the divisor.
So base number is 10. How much is it less than 10?
3, sir. 3 less
Very
than
good. Very good. Very good. So first number you will write as it is, no change, 1. Now next number you have to multiply 1 with 3. 1 with 3. So that is 3 itself. 3 plus 0. 3 plus 0 is going to give you 3. Again you multiply this 3 with 3, which will give you 9. 9 you add to 0 to get the remainder. Last digit is for remainder. So this is going to give remainder 9. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now, how many times 7 will divide 9?
One time only, sir.
One time. What will be the remainder?
Remainder will be 12. 2, sir.
Remainder is 2. Very good. So what you have to get is for the final answer, add 1 to 13. That will be 14 or 2. Now understood?
Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Okay. So
Sir?
very good. Any other questions? Yeah.
Sir, how are you able to all remind this concept, sir? Is there any book for this?
There are books, but I don't want you to look books now. Which class are you in?
Sir, 7th, sir.
You are in 7th class. Okay. So you start looking books for a little bit after these lectures, because if you start looking for books, what will happen is that you will get confused a little bit. So you hear this lecture, whatever you understand from this, try to do.
Okay, sir.
Now what I will be doing in next week is that I will be revising every method that we have seen for multiplication as well as division, and I'll give you a sheet where it has every rules that are written. So don't worry about going to a book and checking for that, because book you will see many other things also.
Okay,
So I
sir.
just want you to listen to this lecture and do the homework problems.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so for the time being, you need not look into a book.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So let me go to Anirudh. Anirudh has raised hands. Anirudh, you can unmute and ask.
Sir, once can you tell the division by 7?
Division by 7. Okay, we are on the same page. So you can tell me a number which you want to divide by. You can tell me a number which you want to divide by. Anirudh, you can unmute. Keep yourself unmute. Yeah. Anirudh, yeah.
Sir, 104.
Yeah, so you wanted to do 104 divided by 7. Let me just write that down. Hope you are able to see the screen. Are you able to see? Yeah. So I'll do it here because here I have got a space. 104 divided by 7. So what I'll do is 7 here, 104 here. 7 is closest to which base?
10, sir.
10. And it is less by
3.
3. Okay. Now the rule here is that the last number you separated because that is going to give you the remainder. The remaining numbers you can bring it one at a time down. So 1 you write it down as it is, no change. Now you multiply 1 with 3. What will be that answer?
3.
3. Now 3 you add to 0. What will be 3 plus 0? It is going to be 3.
3.
Now 3 you multiply with 3. That is going to be 9.
9, sir.
9 you add to 4, that will be 13, but 4 is going to give you remainder. So 9 plus 4 is 13. So that is going to be the remainder. But as we said, remainder has to be always less than the divisor. So you have to make 13, you have to divide it once again. How many times 7 divides 13?
No, it can't divide, sir.
13 divided by 7. It can divide, right? 13 is 7 plus 6. So it will divide 13 once. Okay, what is 14 divided by 2? 14 divided by 7? Anirudh, are you there?
7, sir. Sorry.
14
2, sir.
divided by 7? Yeah, it is 2. So 13 is just one number less than 14. So there is a factor of 7 in it, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so it will divide 7 once and the remainder you're going to get is 6.
Yes, sir.
Understood? Okay. So this 1 is going to add to 13. This is going to give you 14. 14 remainder 6.
Okay, sir.
Okay, you do one more thing. Anirudh, before you mute yourself, can you do 1, 2, 3 divided by 7? Can you tell the
Yes,
steps?
sir. Yes,
So
sir.
what are the steps?
Write 1 down,
Okay.
multiply it by 3 and add it to the next number 2.
Yeah, what is the answer then?
5, sir.
5. Very good. Now next step.
We should multiply it by 3 and add it to the next number and write it as remainder.
Yes, very good. So what is the answer? 5 multiplied by 3
15.
15.
So remainder is 18.
Yeah, remainder is 18. Very good. So we did 15 plus 3 to get 18. Now 18 is a bigger number than 7. 18 is a bigger number than 7.
Yes, sir.
Now you have to see how you can write 18. Which is the closest multiple nearest to 18 of 7?
14, sir.
14. So you can write it as 14 plus 4, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
14 is 7 times 2, which means the quotient here is 2 and remainder is going to be 4.
4.
So what will be the
17
final
or
answer?
4.
Very good. So that is very nice. So you have understood division by 7. Now you can try other divisions.
Okay, sir.
Very good. So I don't see any more raised hands. Anirudh, if you have any other questions, you can ask. Others who are in the meeting right now, if you have any other questions related to any previous lectures, also can ask. Or if you have questions from any assignments or problem sets, you can also ask. So I don't see any raised hands. So tomorrow we will continue from this point where we will see a little bit more of general division. And it is a very special lecture tomorrow. So do not miss tomorrow's lecture. So if you have understood tomorrow's lecture, I'll say that you have conquered division. You will be able to do any number divided by any number in very fast manner. So try to attend tomorrow's lecture without fail. So until then, I will sign off. Thank you and namaste. Yeah, thank you once again.